Sometimes healing doesn't only bring relief, sometimes it brings grief. Grief for the person that you had to become just to survive. Welcome to Wounded Healer 9, a space for those learning how to heal while still living their lives. I'm really glad that you're here. Over the last several episodes, we've talked about awareness, safety, boundaries, and even loneliness that can come with growth. Today, we're talking about something that many people experience during healing but don't always expect: grief. Not only grief for what happened, but grief for the version of yourself who had to carry it. When we start understanding our past with new awareness, something shifts. We begin to see how much we carried, how much responsibility we held, how much strength we had to develop just to keep moving forward. And sometimes that realization brings sadness, not because we're weak, but because we finally see clearly what we went through. Grief is often the heart recognizing the weight that survival once required. There were moments in my own healing journey where I look back and realize how much strength I had just to get through certain seasons. And that realization did not only make me proud, it also made me emotional because I could see how hard that version of me had to work just to keep going. Learning how to honor the past version of myself became part of my healing. Sometimes people worry that feeling grief means they're going backwards, but grief doesn't mean you're losing progress. It often means that you're finally in a safe space to feel something that you once had to keep buried. Grief can be a sign that your heart is catching up with your healing. Maybe you realized you had to grow up faster than you should have. Maybe you were the strong one, the responsible one, the one that everyone leaned on. Maybe you learned how to handle things alone before you ever learned what safety felt like. If that sounds familiar, it doesn't mean your childhood defined you forever, but it does mean your strength deserves to be acknowledged. Healing doesn't erase the person you had to be. It honors them. The version of you who survived deserves compassion, not criticism. Sometimes healing is simply learning how to say, "Thank you for getting me here." This week, you might try something simple. Write a short note to your past self, not to analyze the past, but to acknowledge it. You might say something like, "I see how hard you worked to survive. Thank you for not giving up." Small moments of gratitude can soften the way we carry our history. You might ask gently yourself this week, what strength did my past self develop that still supports me today? Until next time, be gentle with yourself. Healing doesn't happen all at once. It happens one honest moment at a time. Wherever you are on your journey, you're not behind. You're learning, you are growing, and you're becoming. This is Wounded Healer 9.